Bezos Hashem. Today's Amud is Daf Yudalad Amud Aleph. We're holding in the middle of Torah Yud. So we learned so far in Torah Yud that the main covet for Hashem is when we're Makarev, people who are far away. When they're Niskarev, that's like Yisroi. That when he said Ki Atu Dati Gadol Hashem, the Zohar says that that Hashem's name had the greatest Kiddush Hashem. We learned that in order to get to that level of Kiddush Hashem, then we need to become Makrib to Tzadikim who are Malda the Tefillah. Tefillah starts out like Avram and Yitzchak, who call Tefillah Har and Sadeh, and which are things which people need, but it's not nitzrach for everyone. But Yaakov brought tefillah to Bechina Bayis, which is something like the same way everything in your life is in your house. So tefillah becomes something for everything in your life. Which if everyone who's rachik and every part of your life is rachik, you bring it to Hashem. And the way you get there is the tzaddik. How is that? Because what's preventing us from that feeling is the gaiva that people have that makes people think they don't need to go to tzaddikim. They feel they could do everything themselves, because they think they're such big Ovdei Hashem, and they fasted and they worked on themselves, they did all these things. But if they would make a cheshbon nefesh, they would realize that after all their fasting and all their working themselves, they're still full of taivas and midas rois. It's only when you come to the tzaddik that the tzaddik has a ruach, and that ruach breaks the gaiva, because it teaches everybody that the ikar kavod Hashem is when you feel that you're far and you're coming close. It's not that look how much I accomplished. It's like look how far I am, and Hashem was still mekar of me. And we said that that ruach from the tzaddik that breaks the gaiva, and we said gaiva is avodah zarah. So we said that when a person has that ruach that breaks avodah zarah, then it brings him to dancing. The ruach goes into his hands and it goes into his legs, and it picks him up and brings him to clapping hands at the dance. And that's Mamtik Dinim. Because all Dinim, all Tzaras come because of Kisheyesh Avodah Zarah, Ba'ilam Charin Af Ba'ilam. And what's Avodah Zarah? Gaiva. Gaiva is Avodah Zarah. So when a person breaks the Avodah Zarah, he breaks the Gaiva through Rikudim V'Achaz Kaf that come about through a Ruach of the Tzaddik, that it breaks the Gaiva. So he said that Erdayim V'Raglayim, the clapping hands and the dancing, is also connected to Torah Shebechsav, the Torah Shebenigla and Torah Shebenister. Hands of Torah Shebenigla, legs of Torah Shebenister. We also said it's Mordechai Esther. Torah Shebenigla, the hands is Mordechai, and Esther is the Torah Shebenister, the legs, and that's why it says Esther Baruch HaKodesh Nemra. And they fight against the Haman, the Balgaiva, the Avodah Zarah. We said that also it's in of Omer Sa'arim, because Omer is like Mor, from Mor of Mordechai, and Sa'arim is in of Ruach. The pasuk says Kasirim Alidesha. So Omer Sa'arim is connected those same things, and that's why Haman said that the Omer Sa'arim that Mordechai was Isaac in the night that he went to get him was what was Menatseach Haman. Now we touch into the Rambam Bar Bechana. The Rabbi Bechana says that an Arab told me that come, I'm going to show you the Karach and who was swallowed up, the place where Karach was swallowed up. So he went with him, and he found two like ditches in the earth that the smoke was coming out of. So he took a spear, and on top of the spear he put wool, which is amra in Aramaic, which he soaked in water, and he put it over the smoke, and it still got burnt from the heat. So the Arab told Rabbi Chana, put your ear down to the ground and see what you hear. So he put his ear to the ground. He heard them saying Moshe Emes v'Seras Emes v'Hin Badayin, and they're liars. So the Arab told him that every 30 days the Gehenim turns around in a circle, in a cycle, and it comes back to here, and then you hear them saying Moshe Emes Emes. So Rebbe explains what do it mean below the Karach. We say Karach Chazal say Karach was a min. There's a Ovid of the Zari, it's about Gaiva. And Rabbi Elkanah found the blue karach, he found that smoke was coming out. Smoke is charan af, like the smoke that comes out of a nose in anger. And even if he took the gavava de Amra we saying is like Omer, which we spoke about before, the Indian of Omer, Sa'arim, the Yadayim Reglaim, and he soaked it in water. That's Sa'arim, because Reglaim, Arabic explains that Reglaim, which is what we're saying Sa'arim is, Reglaim, Esther, Tarsha Benister, is it's brought down, it's a Bechina of Afiki Mayim, and Afiki Mayim is Arvei Nachal, and Reglai Devanash Arvinle. Reglai Devanash is in Oriv, which is Oriv, like a cosigner, it's like a Arvei Nachal, like a Ravais, and so Arvei Nachal is Afiki Mayim, so that's a connection between water and Sarim. So we're saying that he took the Mordechai and Esther, the Yadayim Reglaim, Tarshav Nigla, Tarshav Minister. He took the which together with the and the spear. The spear is a Raimach, which is Ruach Mem, the Ruach of the Tzaddik, together with the Mem, which is Mem is 40, which is 4 sides, because by Abba Ruach is Boy Ruach, and so the Tzaddik, which is Ishar Asher Ruach Boy, that he breaks the Gaiva by picking up the Omer Sa'arim, the Yadayim Raglaim, with the Rikudah Chazkaf, and that breaks the Gaiva. Then he's mamtik l'dinim, and to be mamtik l'dinim means that the lashon that he says that in the story of Rochana was that the soaked wool got burnt. So echrech is also lashon of chayim and abrichas yamim. That the pasuk says about layachrechemia. And Chazal says La Yachroich is Chaim and Arichas Yamim. So the Arab told him, put your ear to the ground and hear how they're saying Moshe Emes Rosh Emes Svein Bedoin. So why is it? Because when we come across to Tzaddik and the Ruach of the Tzaddik comes in and it's Mevatel Gaiva, then even Rechoikim who thought till now that they were mason and because they're full of their gaiva, that they thought that their avoid is what makes them great, and all that gaiva is destroyed. And they say they realize that the main thing is to become a kurta tzaddik and to realize how far you are, and even though you're so far, to still become a kurtiv. And the Arab told him this happens every 30 days because the shayrish of everything has a shorish, and the shorish of tshuva is Rosh Chodesh. Because it says Rosh Chodesh, the Eibishter says Haviyu like kapara al shemiyat yisarech, that the carbon of Rosh Chodesh is a shorish of tshuva. So that's why every Rosh Chodesh they're mochrach to have tshuva, but it doesn't help them because tshuva has to be in this world. But even so, Rosh Chodesh is a special zman. The only onish of Gehenna on Rosh Chodesh is only the charata. So now Rabbi teaches the pasuk we start with ve'ela mishpatim asher tasmul flame, because so asher tasmul flame is hishfu ish leish l'chol din shabbatar. That means the way your mamtik dinim is hishfu ish leish. You make a yichud kushabich shchite, which is to come to this emuna, this yichud, which is the yichud of Mordechai and Esther, the ish Mordechai with the isha Esther, the yichud of the Yadayim Veraglayim, the yichud of Tarshav Nigla, Tarshav Minister, which is the yichud which comes back through Rikudim V'Chos Kaf when you have the ruach, and that's mevatel the ve'ela. Ve'ela is a dinim. Why? Because ve'ela is meisav al-yishayin, and the word ve'ela means. Chazal say that when you say ve'ela, that it's a safa, it's a hemshech before. So it means the gaiva. It's mavata the ve'ela and the gaiva. Through what? Through the mishpatim. Mishpatim is ruach. Like what's the ruach mishpat? Mishivei machama. That through the mishpatim you're misaken the ve'ela. Asher tasam afneim, and then you're mamtik the dinim because of all of avodazaras. And why? Because you have your mala the Yadayim Raglaim. So the klal of this whole Torah, the Rebbe says, is a third tzaddik, that's the ruach. The tzaddik brings the ruach into us. That gets rid of the gaiva, the avodah zarah, the kfiris, and it brings us to kudim v'chos kaf and simcha through the tzaddik that is mali yadayim v'raglayim, and it brings more emunah. So that's what it says about Yosef, who's a tzaddik, but ladecha lo yarm ish es yodev es raglay. Because without this Yosef, which is a tzaddik, you can't pick up you don't have the ruach with which to pick up your hands and feet, which means you don't have the koyach to dance. So the Rebbe spoke about this Torah in Chai Moharan. He says that the uvda l'maisa Torah is take the bepashtus to be happy and to be able to dance and amchaz kaf, and that's mamtik dinim. And you see dinim to takago and be mamtik that through pashut patching, clapping hands and dancing, and the way a person gets that is through a simcha that comes about through the ruach hakodesh tzaddik. Like we said, that the reason why a person can't be samech and he can't dance and have with his mitzvahs is because his attitude towards Torah mitzvahs is the attitude of look how much I did, look how much I accomplished, look how much I didn't accomplish. And if I only would be able to be on that level, I could do everything myself. I don't even have to go to tzaddik daven for me. I could daven myself because look at me how much I worked or how lavai I could work. And memela, your whole attitude towards Torah mitzvahs doesn't have that simcha. But when the ruach of the tzaddik comes and it breaks that gaiva, and he says, no, the ikar kavod Hashem comes davka from someone who's far away and comes close, then that picks up your hands and feet, that picks up your shaykhis Torah shebenigla, picks up your shaykhis Torah shebenistar. It's mala everything and gives you the simcha, and that's mamtik all adinam. So the Rebbe ends with a kasha that the chaya it's coming out of Torah shebenigla zidayim, and Torah shebenistar is raglayim, and the chaya Torah shebenistar is higher than Torah shebenigla. So why is Torah shebenistar in raglayim and Torah shebenigla is yadayim, which is the chaya higher? And so same thing as Marchav Esther. So the same way we say Marchav Esther, the ikar gilui is through Esther. So sometimes the gilui is in a higher place. Sometimes the Tana is higher than Mara, and Chazal say that the Tanaim are in the legs and the Amraim are in the Yadayim. So sometimes it's such a bechina. So then Rebbe Chazal over one more time, that Gaiva is a midah meguna, but there are people who are roidef hachakavod and they want to be manig the world, and they say that they could daven and they could do pedionis. And we say Hashiv Eishes Ish Ki Navihu, like we spell Badcha, they have to give back the tefillah to tzaddik in order to Hishmim Avatal Agaiva. Because the Kodesh Baruch Hu Masabot Tefillah Shel Tzaddikim. So they have to go to tzaddik, they should down for us, because he teaches us the real tefillah, the tefillah of realizing how far we are and still coming close. The Agaiva don't want to go to tzaddik because they feel that they could do everything themselves. They're accomplished and they're very proud of how much they could do themselves and how much they've done, and they think there's that they're the biggest tzaddikim because look how much they worked, and that's what we call Avimelech Avil Asharatzin Melech. So that's the end of Torah Yud, and Mitzvah Shem will start tomorrow, Torah Yud Aleph.